É, camarada, tá cansado de ver as jogadas maravilhosas com skins incríveis e só você não tem? Então te apresento CSGO.net, site número 1 em abertura de caixas. Para depositar bônus no site é bem simples, basta clicar no botão verde após ter entrado com sua Steam. Coloca o cupom ARTS3 para ganhar 25% de bônus e além disso você irá participar do sorteio do mês. Vários modos para você depositar, boleto, cartão, BTC e até aquelas skins que você não usa mais. Sorteio do mês é dessa Gucci Águas Claras de R$650. Para participar é bem simples, entra no link da descrição do formulário, me envia a print que o cupom foi utilizado e pronto. Tá esperando o quê? Corre lá e boa sorte.
It's the 3 series. We'll see what they can do though. As we go to our pistol round, and already Boom has started things off by just doing that. Like, what on earth was that shot?
That was crazy.
I've got nothing. I've got nothing to say about that. Like, just well done, SHZ. Well done.
Ooh, the information from the second side, getting aggressive through the short face, and even with a player pushing out through long after finding the opening pick, it hasn't really forced any kind of a rotation off the B bomb site. It might in a bit, but for so far, SHZ has got full A site control.
And they're going to try wrap around and try so they can deal with him here, but Nithon is not ready for him to be in bank. That is just a... yeah. Bomb making his way in. SHZ going to get aggressive. Look for FNX and get him as well. He'll get shot in the back. He still turns around and gets knocked. How do you do this? 4 kills. And that's probably round over. Nothing Destiny's going to do about this.
The damn P250, my goodness. That was incredible to get 4 massive kills. And to think all SHZ's role in this pistol round, Jay, was to try and sell a fake and pull rotations. First of all, he wasn't really able to pull too many rotations early on, and he goes, you know what? Since they're not rotating, let me just keep pushing.
He's going for the ace.
The ace.
Oh my god, what was that?
that?
Towards mid and potentially could push out towards long. And they'll push on towards the likes of FNX and potentially Nithon, who's glass cannon AWP in this round.
Full connector control being established from the top down, coming out for Boom Esports. Boosting a player up to get a little bit more vision around that banana area. Very passive stuff coming out for the CTs. No real B presence to come out for Boom so far. Just a single lurker of bolts to try and hold off any kind of aggression. But pretty standard stuff coming out for the Ts. Really trying to slow down the clock. And look how much utility is left on the CTs. Once they put in an execution, there's just no way that the CTs can use like the counter utility to stop the execution coming through.
That last smoke especially was a key piece of counter utility that's now just gone out of play. Cello puts up one smoke, but FNX will stab him in the back and take him down. Now the rotations will be called, and Boom should realize that Red Cannons are going to stack up the B bomb site. They're going to have to commit quick if they want to try and hold off their own. And the AUGs and such are still sitting pretty and waiting. A flashbang from Nak. 17 seconds left, and Red Cannons can still hold down the control. Boats gets Lato, but Nako sprays on towards 2. Nithon gets an AWP kill. He's dealt with by Phelps. Turns around for a secondary spray, but he's the lone man standing. Triple boost coming in, but it's an AK that looks on towards the bomb site. The flash is over, and Nithon could potentially contest it. Smoke ready from SHZ. And 50 seconds to the clock, it looks like the T's are going to go in for this hit. A flash over from Cello as well as Phelps and Bolts make their way in. A second one going to try and blind off the AWP, and Molotov top of the APC. I don't know if they can bounce off of it. FNX gets SHZ as Nithon goes down. Sprayed on for a second, and a third and a fourth. All making their way in. Red Cannon's not going to opt for a rotation. That could be the first responder if they do. And Lato tries to reposition himself. The M4 of Cello will go first. Got 2 T-side players to back him up. The SMG spray gets him. Look for the next player up. USP trying to tap his way through and actually gets that headshot on for a third frag. Not quite, but Nat comes in to support the AWP. The AUG, I should say, actually coming in to get the frag AWP out from Graffiti. Maybe able to get a kill back on Bolts, but he'll get forced out of position. So the AK drops that bomb.
Being the dominant force in this Overpass game, and they started to look a little bit scared going in on Nuke, and this is kind of the playstyle that I really want to see from them, because they're already a map down. FNX doing a lot of damage, and look at that, 4 versus 2 so early on into the round. Boom struggling in the early part of this first half.
It is very similar to how things went down on the CT side for Red Canids over on Nuke, so I'm not too shocked that this is the way things have turned out here. Bolts will take out FNX as he gets caught out aggressive in the ladder room area. And the CT's just kind of picking apart what remains of the T-side forces. That being said, though, Bolts with a kill on Lato. 2 players left standing. The spray's good. Oh, no. The AKs may still come alive. He's got to face against Destiny. And against the rifles, though, the trees. It seems like they can make an 11-4 in the same sort of way that Boom did in their first half of Nuke. It's Nython with the opening kill, following suit on towards Phelps. Very nicely connecting from the AWP. But not much more than that here. It's a 5-on-3. SHA going to try trade. Could connection to the headshot spray. Yell gets Nython as well. So Orb is now out. But the AK still is in for Destiny. He gets a pick back to 3-on-2. Man advantage for the CT side.
Yeah, quite aggressive. Trying to take the fight against Yell. He would have seen the information of exactly where that bomb is. Falls back. And the HE not doing any damage. For the CTs, they're in a really good position. First of all, they're up 8-4, Jay. And they're in a 4 versus 2, and they're all playing together. Now, they're opening up the B bomb side, but they would have known where the bomb was, so they can almost know that there's not going to be any quick B presence. And Destiny getting that information through connector, long spray coming through, able to connect, and what can Yell really do at this point? He's only got 30 points of health share.
Probably best to save the AK, I'd say, at this point.
Yeah, it's going to be tough, though.
I mean, how many rounds of loss bonus are they on right now is the question I'm asking. It's sort of been, what, maybe 2,
4,
maybe? Has it been 4?
Yeah, well, they've lost 3 rounds in a row, but they've lost 4 out of the past 5.
Okay, so...
he's got the ability to pick it up now with that bomb plant coming through. Could we see maybe 5 rounds for Boom? This is such a turnaround, and it's a great sign to see for the CTs. I'm really happy that they've actually been able to bring this back.
FNX trying to continue the good fortune here. 3 players to line up and take the throw. 1, 2, not quite 3. SHZ there with a trade back, and he will get the man out of play. And that with the M4 round in the corner, sees the AWP, but Yell turns on for a trade frag. So Boom still keeping it even standings at this moment. A little bit of work to do though as Lato gets the bomb. Bolts dropping this one out in the open. The CTs have everything they need to work with to continue with this half win. In the scopes as well from Lato. Can't predict just correctly where Yell is. He eventually spots him actually at the end of the smoke in the second half of our second map. They are 11-4 down. And still a chance to recover this 2-0 series here, Dwayne. I mean, they've gone for a very early short stack to hope to catch off the red CANIDS players going in towards Monster or the short position, but just early passiveness coming in and the smoke up from NAC that might open things up for a B-side execution.
We've already seen the rotates coming out from the early B stack, the execution coming into the B bomb side, the T side. Are they going to be able to find these entries? That's the all-important one, but the short control from Cello, this could be vital.
USP standing by, taps up from Phelps, doing a bit of damage against him. Cello taking a damage, and Lato will take him down. Phelps also tagged up for the Boom side as heavy aggression from FNX will catch Bolts off guard. Not ready for the Heaven control. Meanwhile, Yell pushing in the back lines. He catches off Lato. SHN gets a kill of his own right. FNX will press forward, take down the back up towards Graffiti. 3-on-2. Yell getting a secondary kill. Plenty of support here from Heaven. They actually managed to sandwich in Nython. Tap the bomb once. They don't know the player's still here towards short. He will tap up the kill. Phelps got 10 seconds to defuse. He hasn't got time for this and will take the man out, but he's just not going to get this round together. It will be a 12th for the red CANIDS.
Opening opportunity with this AWP.
Don't think you can see anything just yet. He's got plenty of players to find for this one. Mac with the bomb in particular. Spotting out Knife and then taking him down. A big kill to find, and they'll continue to press up here to the mid position. It's Cello backed up by Phelps. Will still take his swing and get a 5 versus 3. Incendiary's back. Flashes over. Destiny going to try to see if he can take out the AWP player, but Yell not getting too aggressive. They'll see his shadow. The flashbang available. He gets 1. Spray transfer to a 2nd. The bomb being dropped as well, but the nade from Bolt's there to respond. Lato left alone. Gets 1 pick, but no further than that. FNX knows what SHZ is. Will spray through to try to do damage to the man, but he's burning. Smokes are up. Bolt's trying to see if he can receive, but in the midst of all these smokes and flashbangs, they are all sorts of blind here for the CT side. The sprays up from Nython might connect to Bolt, actually. He gets a pick back. 2 players left standing for the red CANIDS. FNX getting a kill. Knack wrap over towards the water position and get down Phelps. Pick up that bomb as well. Probably get a plant. A 2 versus 2 to ensue, with 2 AKs and an AWP and a CZ to retake here. Yell's got to get a really good pick to open things up, and it's just not presenting itself to him. Knack's going to wait back on the site. Waiting for someone to face up. Well, I think he may have just spotted Yell on the shoulder bait. Catches Cello anyway, and the AWP is all that remains. Knows where one is, has no idea on the second. FNX about to face and get the final frag. 16-7, we'll be going to a third map here, Dweg. A very impressive...